I'm Abby.
And I'm Kate.
And we're your hosts for Beyond the Bookshelf. Oh my goodness.
I know.
I can't believe we're doing this.
I can't believe we're doing this either. How did we get here?
How do we even get here? Hi.
Hey guys. This is why we
finally started a podcast.
Yeah.
I'm Abby.
I'm Kate.
This is our podcast. This is our very first episode ever. And we literally met like 2 months ago.
Not even like that. I feel like it was like
No, probably like a month.
a month. Maybe like a month and a half.
When you know, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
The friendship just was going from the
just
beginning. Okay, so I know that you're getting your matcha. Do you still have your matcha,
yeah.
or did you already drink it?
Good.
Oh my gosh, you haven't even.
I
you
like
haven't
barely
even
had
drank
it.
it
No,
yet.
I have. I just tried it.
Okay,
So it's like
I need to know. I need to know if it's good.
it tastes like the same. I did add an extra
Really?
pump of the syrup. It comes with like the cane syrup now.
Oh, is that like the new thing they're doing?
Yeah, so like the matcha isn't sweetened.
The puree at the bottom looks delicious.
Yeah, it's so gas.
It
so
looks
good.
so good. I just have.
So.
This looks horrible.
Like,
This is my
okay.
little sweet tea that I made. Why does it look like pee?
Stop.
It looks like apple juice actually.
Yeah, it looks like apple
but
juice.
it's
You're fine.
delicious.
I don't like sweet tea.
I
so-
made it from. You don't.
No.
Oh my gosh, something I didn't know about you. That's crazy.
Yeah. So for the
Well,
rest
I
of you, we know 10 things about each other.
But we know like every book thing there is to know about each other. Like I can tell you every answer that you're going to give to these questions, but I didn't know that you didn't like sweet tea.
Right.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Because sweet tea is my life.
Yeah, I don't like it. Sorry.
Wow.
Anyways,
Okay,
so
so
back to our
anyways.
podcast. Why did we start this podcast? You might ask. Why did we start it?
Well,
My mom asked too.
Well, yeah, number one, we love books and we love talking about books, which is a given. And I think whenever we became friends, it was like immediate. I feel like that we just could not stop talking about everything under the sun that where books are considered.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I think whenever we first started talking, I was like, okay, I would listen to us.
I would listen to
Like-
us as the key.
I just think sometimes we have so many random thoughts that I would just love to share and love for people to know and get others' feedback on. So whenever, I think we kind of both at the same time were like, what if we started a podcast?
No, it literally was. And we
yeah,
had been
so
like
here we are.
waiting to ask too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like
We were both secretly in our mind.
yeah, we were secretly like, so when can I bring this up to her?
And it was like a weekend. We were like, so you want to start a podcast
Yeah.
or
Or
if not, that's fine.
yeah,
but, you
if
know,
not,
just
that's
throwing it
okay.
out
But like,
there.
can we start one? And
Yeah.
thus this was born. We didn't even take us. What did it take us? Just like the same day we came up with the name, which I'm kind of surprised about.
Yeah. So apparently we both had it in our brains that this was happening because we pretty much had everything laid out the first day.
Yeah. We just had to like
We were
wait
ready.
to do this. We like made ourselves wait, basically. Otherwise, I feel like we
Oh
would have
my
recorded
gosh.
it then and posted it.
I know, for real. No, I would have. I know you would have too, which is
I
scary.
know. That's because I like you
Um,
gotta hyperfixate.
So, just another tidbit of information. We really wanted to do a book club for our podcast. So each month we'll kind of pick a book. We'll put it on our Instagram. Shout out to the Instagram.
Yeah.
We'll give you the handle at the end. We'll pick a book and then post it on our Instagram, and that's the book that we'll be reading for the month. And then we'll have a podcast episode just talking about all about that book for the month.
Yeah, and you can follow along on Fable.
Do you want to
join
tell
us.
them what our book is for the month?
Okay, our book this month is Sunrise on the Reaping.
Yay!
Yay! Which I keep trying to combine Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes and Sunrise on the Reaping. I
Mhm.
keep trying to combine the titles, which is not working out. But I got it
No,
right
I
first
do the
try.
same thing.
First try. We went, yes.
Every single time I go to find something about this book, I have to look up the name. Like,
You're
I,
like,
for some reason,
what
can't
is it?
remember this name. But
It's
I
kind of
think my
forgettable.
brain is like, okay, it has something to do with reaping, and then I get there eventually. But
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. No, it's so good. But yes, it comes out
one day we'll have it.
March 17th. So we really only have half the month to read it. But it'll be
Yeah. So
fast.
by the time this is coming out, it'll be like 2 weeks
Yeah,
until it
2
comes out.
weeks. And then you have 2 weeks to read
But
it.
if you read like us, I'm pretty sure it'll be done in the first few days.
Right. And I mean, it's a YA book. So, like, I
Yeah.
can't imagine it's going to be that many pages.
No. Yeah, no, I think, this is crazy to me. And we'll get kind of more deep into this, I think, in our next episode because we're talking about the Hunger Games. But the first book was like 380. Then the second book and the third book are both 400 pages. I'm like, how did she do that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, exactly 400 pages.
I'm looking up how many
But all
pages
that to be
it is.
said, I don't think it's going to be
No,
very
this
long.
is
Maybe
exactly
it'll be
400
400.
pages.
Okay, she's doing that on purpose.
Yeah,
how
what
does
is
she
she
do
doing?
that?
I don't
What?
know.
How does she get like the perfect amount of content in a book and it just somehow stops at 400
I
pages?
don't know.
Like, what? She's a
She's a
genius. I don't
mastermind.
understand that. So today we just wanted to, hopefully this will be a quick episode. I don't know. We like to talk a lot. So
Yeah, 2 hours
I'm not
later.
surprised if this ends up being like 40 minutes instead of 25. But we wanted to just start off our podcast just getting to know us a little bit and asking each other some questions, bookish related. So yeah, I guess let's get into it.
Yeah.
I guess I'll ask you the first question. So first we're just going to do some like generic questions and then we have like a rapid fire. And then we have a little game at the end. So, first question, Kate, what are 2 of your all-time favorite books or series?
Okay, so, well, number one, this question is terrible.
I know.
Because how am I supposed to pick? So I picked
How are you
one
supposed to pick?
of each. Okay,
Okay,
so
good.
all-time favorite series is Throne of Glass, I feel like,
Mm-hmm.
which one day,
That's a good one.
one day you'll understand
Yep.
when you finish reading it.
I'm getting there.
You're almost there.
I'm getting there.
And
I have 3 books left.
yeah, and then picking a favorite book is like so hard. So I said Happy
Mhm.
Place
Oh, that's a
because
good
it's good, and it's a
one.
standalone mostly. Like
Yeah.
they have little cameos, but the other books are in like a series, and I didn't feel like I could pick one of those. So
Mhm.
Happy Place.
I think mine. Okay, so the basic answer is ACOTAR. Okay.
Yeah, see, I
but that's a
couldn't say
basic answer.
ACOTAR. I couldn't say it.
I know, like everybody says that, but there's a reason everybody says that.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's so good.
So that's my basic answer, and I feel like this is also a basic answer, but I think The Hunger Games, like just the series in general, I don't know if I could pick one. Maybe Catching Fire, but I feel like The Hunger Games is really nostalgic. But I think that has to be my favorite because it's what got me into reading, and it's just a fantastic story, and I've now read it 3 times, and each time, like, all the books were 5 stars. It's
Yeah, it
just
never changes.
it's fantastic. I know, it's so unchanging. And so I think it would have to be that series. But recently, I'm giving like multiple books.
Yeah. You see, I actually
Um,
picked 2, and now you're coming
I
over here
know.
like this one,
I
this
know.
one,
I
this
think
one.
realistically, it's The Hunger Games, but I think Powerless has become
Powerless.
my favorite.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
like
the one
looking
that
at
I'm
it
gonna
right
have
now.
to say. Okay, anyways, we need to like hone ourselves in each question because we will yap
Yeah,
forever.
we gotta do better. We're gonna do better. Okay, next question. What are you currently reading, and do you like it?
Okay, this is let's see, what I finished 2 books yesterday.
Yeah, talk us through
Briefly.
one of them that you finished.
Yeah, briefly, I finished Mockingjay, which we kind of already talked about that, so I'll just bypass that, but that was such a fun journey. And then I finished Remarkably Bright Creatures. Let's just say it wasn't my favorite. I think the writing is beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and the author did such a good job, but it's just not my genre of
Yeah, and that's fine.
books. This was a literary fiction, I believe.
Yeah, I
I don't
mean,
know the
like,
difference between like literary and what's the other one? I
I
don't
feel
know.
like that is literary fiction.
Yeah, but there was a tad bit of romance, which was the only thing that like kind of held me over. But anyways, so that's in the past.
Yeah, we're gonna
I just
move on.
started The Bodyguard. Oh my gosh.
I can't
It is
wait.
so good. I think it's by, is it Catherine
Catherine Center, yeah.
Center? Did I just make
It's
that up?
literally on
Okay,
my
yeah.
TBR. I am gonna read it next month.
Oh my goodness, Kate. I cannot wait for you to read this book. And I know we do this all the time. I feel like we always end up reading the same books. This one is really good. This one's probably one of the better ones, and I'm only like 100 pages in. We just read Beg, Borrow, or Steal together, kind of at the same
Oh yeah,
time. I
that
think
was good.
I like it slightly more, and we liked that book.
Okay.
So,
Well, I'm excited now.
just a little tidbit for you. It's, if you don't know what it is, it's about this girl who is a bodyguard, and a lot of people usually when you think of a bodyguard, you think of like a big buff, dude or
Right.
something. But she's this like smaller girl but could take out like anybody she sets her eyes on.
Oh,
And they basically pair her, like her next assignment is with this famous movie actor, and that's kind of where you start off. And she goes to the place to meet the guy, and she like knows who this guy is. He's very famous.
hmm.
And already I'm loving both of these
Oh, I can't
characters. The
wait.
characters are so well done, and the guy is just everything that you would want in a book boyfriend. So
Perfect. Just need another one of those.
yeah.
Great.
Just in case you wanted another one.
Yeah, because I don't have enough.
Okay, what are your books?
I'm reading like 5 books right now. Um,
As you should.
no, it's because it's the last day of the month. I am like 95% done with Queens of Crime, um, which
Mm.
I didn't know if I was gonna like it or not. It's like historical
Hmm.
fiction
Oh,
mystery,
okay.
which I
Ooh.
used to be in like a huge historical fiction era, and
Mm-hmm.
now I'm kind of like, eh. But it's actually really good. It's set in like the oh, actually, I could not tell you when it's set, and I'm not even gonna try. Anyways, I think it's set in like the 20s, but I don't remember. And it's about all the like famous female mystery writers,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all like friends, and they're trying to solve this murder case. So it's really interesting. So
Ooh,
I'm
that
almost done
sounds fun.
with that, and then I'm reading Rebel Witch, which is the second book in Heartless Hunter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm literally like 80 pages in, and I've been reading for like 3 days. And I'm reading an arc that I'm 22 pages in because I keep reading it before I go to
Mm-hmm.
bed, and I read one
Yep.
page every night.
Oh my god, just one
Just
page?
or
How do you
sometimes
even do
I
that?
don't even read a page. My eyes just close. It's because I fall
You're just so
asleep.
tired.
I'm like, it's so
Is this
bad.
book good, or
I think the book is good. I just need
you're
to
just
stop
tired?
reading it on my Kindle in my bed.
Right. Right.
So I'm reading that. I just finished reading White Nights by this Russian author, which is on one of my like
Mm,
12 books from 12 friends challenge.
that's
Yeah, it
fun.
was like I felt like I was in high school English and I didn't like it. I did not rate it. I mean, I'm sure it was good, but it was just like, why do I felt stupid.
That's what happens when you don't like a book. Just don't read
I
it
felt
and nobody will
stupid,
know.
so I quit. But
Oh,
yeah, I think that's all. I will finish Queens of Crime today. That'll be my last book of the month,
okay.
and then I
Good.
will
Good.
move on to better things.
I also forgot I'm currently kind of reading the tandem read, but
Oh
that's
yeah,
kind of at the back of my
that's like
books.
in
So,
the other room.
yeah. Yeah. We're not going
You're
to talk
far
about
removed
that
from it.
right now.
Okay, moving on. I think you should do this one first, since
Okay.
you are a newer reader.
Mm.
Share your experiences and what book got you into reading.
Okay, so originally, we're not even going to go into this because I already talked about it, but originally it was The Hunger Games. I hated reading as a kid, absolutely despised it, which is kind of the difference that we have between each other
Yeah,
because you kind of
polar
grew
opposites.
up more of a reader. Yeah. Um, which is fun that we have this little podcast because we both kind of have different, views on things, but also the same because we read the same books, which is so fun. Um, yeah, I hated reading growing up, and my mom would tell me, if you read this book, I'll let you watch the movie. And I'm a movie watcher, so I was like, done. So I read The Hunger Games in like one day,
One day is
and
crazy.
I know it was crazy, especially because I don't read books. Um, Changed my life, and that series just like was my entire personality for years. But I was never fully a reader. I would read books just to watch the movie. So I read the Divergent series, I read the Maze Runner series, I
Perfect.
read The Fault in Our Stars, the ones that have movies. Um, and then it wasn't till 2020, 2021 that I picked up a book again. And the one that really took off my love of books was Better Than the Movies, which you just
Love.
read. And I'm so happy that you just
Yeah,
read
it's
it
so good.
because it has such a special place in my heart. But that was the book that started my book love.
Yeah. Oh, that book was
Yeah.
good. Yeah, we are like polar opposites. So when I was growing up, literally, I would read so much. I literally would just like read all the time.
You had the
Yeah,
time.
my mom would
Yeah.
take us to the library. We get like so many books. And then in the summers, we had this great library and they would do these prizes if you read like
Oh,
an amount of
yeah.
book. I would read like hundreds of books in just the
You're
summer.
like, I need the prize.
Like, no, literally so many books in like just a month, which obviously they're smaller, but I mean, it was just like insane.
A book is a book.
A book
Yeah.
is a book, so who cares? And so, yeah, did that all through high school, pretty much. And then I went to college and didn't read because there's no
Hmm.
time for that in college. So then I came back home after school and tried to read. I think I tried to read People We Meet on Vacation. No
Oh,
hate,
gosh.
but kind of hate, but no hate.
I still haven't read it, but I've heard that that's probably not the book you want to read to get yourself
Yeah,
back
I
into
know. I
reading.
was like, I literally read like half of it and I was like, no, I'm good. December of 2023, I read A Good
Hmm.
Girl's Guide to Murder, which was so
Mm.
fire. Have you read that? Oh,
No,
yeah,
it's
it's
on
really
my
good.
list.
It's really good. The first two are good.
I
I've heard
think
the
I,
third one is like a little dark, but
for some reason in my brain, it's like a fall book, so I'm
yeah, wait,
waiting for
wait till fall.
fall.
I think I read it in the fall. Yeah, I did. And then my friend introduced me to ACOTAR, and now here we are.
Yes.
This is a classic
Yeah.
route nowadays.
Aw.
That's how you get back in. But
Aw.
yeah,
That's
anyways,
so exciting. Do you have a favorite genre or one you always gravitate toward?
yes, fantasy 100%. Not even like,
Immediately, yes.
yeah, it doesn't even have to be like romantasy, it's just fantasy. Literally since I was a
Uh-huh.
child. I feel like you're kind of the
Aw.
same now.
Yeah, I'm the exact same. I I think I kind of gravitate romance fantasy or romantasy, but those are like the only two genres that I am constantly reading.
Right. Like we just learned.
So yeah.
No
Yeah.
literary fiction for you.
Mhm. Yeah, and I think I didn't really get into fantasy until ACOTAR. So that's been like a
Yeah.
new shift for me. I've always been more of like a romance reader, but ever since ACOTAR, I've just loved the fantasy
Yeah.
books.
It's a rite of
So,
passage. What are you gonna do?
mhm.
Yeah. So if you're
Mhm.
gravitating towards them, do you like to make a list of things to read or are you mood reader?
I feel like I want to say that I am a TBR planner, but let's be honest, I don't think either of us ever finish all the books that we plan to read that month. I don't know, you're getting pretty
Oh
close
no,
this
no.
month.
January is good. February, not good. January was good though.
Yeah, January was good for you. So because of that, I'm probably gonna say I'm a mood reader. I'm definitely not with like seasons. I'm not a seasonal mood reader. Sometimes I am, but usually it's like I see a book on a shelf or I see something on Goodreads. I see something off of Haley Pham's video,
Hmm.
and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna read that, and then that's what I do. So
Yeah.
I don't care what's on my TBR. If there's a book that I just randomly come across and I'm like, I want to read that, then I start it. So I guess you could call that a mood reader.
Yeah. I feel like that's mood reading.
Yeah.
Definitely, I'm definitely not a seasonal mood reader either. Like, yeah, I'm like, why? Because some people I feel like are like,
Mm-hmm.
no fantasy books in the summer. And I'm like, nah, I don't care.
What? Yeah, no, huh?
No, no, no. I'll be reading. Like, I read Serpent and the
Mm-hmm.
Wings of Night at the beach. Like,
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Love.
Who cares? Chill. Yeah. Anyways, great. Yeah, I definitely think that I am less likely to just pick up a book and read it if I like see someone recommend it to
Mm-hmm.
me. Like if I was like watching a video and I was like, "Oh, like that book looks interesting." I would like add it to my list, but I would not pick it up right then.
Right.
I
It
can't
kind of
do
depends
that.
on the book for me. Yeah. No, I'm the same way, but it kind of just depends. Like sometimes they'll mention a book that I already have on my shelf,
And you're like, "Oh,
and so it'll be like, Oh, wait. Maybe I should read that. But if it's just like a random one I haven't heard of ever, most of the time I'm just like, okay, add it to my
Add it
Goodreads
to the
and
Goodreads and
that's
read
about
it
it.
next year.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, we're done with our
Okay,
long
now
questions. Now we can have some
getting into
short
our
answers.
rapid
We
fire.
actually need to make these rapid fire.
Okay.
One word
Literally
answers.
one answer and go.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I'll start.
Okay,
Ready?
great.
3, 2, 1. Okay. Hardcover or paperback?
Paperback. Okay, you. Okay,
Paperback,
great.
definitely.
Annotating books or keeping them pristine?
Annotate.
Keeping them pristine.
I feel like I don't do that to every book, but most of the time, if it's a good book, I annotate it.
Yeah, I struggle. That was more than one word. Okay, continue.
It's fine. Standalone or series?
Series. I feel like you're the same.
Series.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, favorite book to movie or TV adaptation? This is a good one for you.
Ugh, well, The Hunger Games, duh.
Duh.
I don't
Okay,
know.
I mm, I haven't read the book, so I don't know if I can like say this, but I did love the Daisy Jones and the Six show. That show
Oh, I want to
slapped
read
so
that
hard.
slash watch.
That show was so good.
And
Yeah.
Sam Claflin, so, you know.
Oh yeah. So I mean, both Hunger Games and that.
Do you read multiple books at once or one at a time?
Well, clearly we just found out that we both read multiple
Yeah,
at once.
so next
Toxic trait.
question.
Yeah. Next question: do you DNF the books or do you just push on through to the end?
Mm, you know, I should DNF the books,
Yeah.
but I don't.
You don't. You're crazy. I
I
DNF
don't.
books. I can't.
Yeah, I know.
Some books though, I don't DNF, but some, yeah, some I will. Anyways,
Maybe I'll learn from you.
I mean, I did try to
Um,
encourage you to DNF that book.
yeah, girl. I kind of did, but I kind of didn't. Spark Notes helped me a lot, but you didn't hear that from
Yeah.
me.
Thanks, Spark.
Okay. Thanks, Spark. Enemies to lovers or friends to lovers?
You know, I have to say enemies to lovers.
Yeah, it's
I
enemies for
have
me
to.
too. I love them both, but there's something about that enemies to lovers.
Yeah, just the tension. Long chapters or short chapters?
Definitely short chapters. I can't stand long.
Can I say medium?
That's good.
I don't like
I
really
mean, like
short.
how long is the chapter? Like I like 5 to 6
Yeah,
pages.
okay, because I read Inheritance Games and the chapters were like 3 pages. And I was like, I
Yeah,
didn't really like that.
that was a little short for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, bookstore or library?
Bookstore,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
same. But I did go to the library yesterday, so
Good,
it was
good.
to return a book.
I do love libraries, but I find myself in a bookstore more often.
I know.
Morning reader or night reader?
I feel like mm, night. Well, night
Me
until I
too.
fall asleep. And then
Night for 2
night
pages.
for sometimes I don't turn on my Kindle.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of Kindles,
Yeah.
ebooks or physical books?
Audiobooks? Is that an answer?
Reading with my ears?
Reading with my ears, 100%. I'd say physical books, but I do love a good ebook
Yeah, same.
as well.
I go in
But I like having it in
phases.
my hands.
Yeah.
hmm
Sometimes I can only read on my Kindle.
Personally, yeah, no. Personally, it's a book in my hand, listening to it in my ears, following along.
And maybe the Kindle next to you for moral
Yeah,
support.
exactly. All is all the answer.
Yeah.
Okay, plot driven or character driven?
I don't know. I feel like I'd say plot.
I Okay, yeah, I think I would say character because for me when there's I don't know. I mean, you need a plot for to have a
I know that's
book.
why I'm like I don't really know like how to like differentiate between them. Because I feel like
Yeah. I mean,
most books are like a combination.
I'm thinking of like Air of Fire or like Wings and Ruin. Those are so plot heavy that sometimes I'm like, okay, where's the characters?
Hmm.
Like, can I have some more characters?
Yeah. And then I feel
So
like
I feel
Magnolia
like,
Parks is like character driven
mhm.
completely.
Okay, definitely picking that up next then.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Because,
Please read it
yes,
so soon.
yes. I feel like Fourth Wing was kind of more character driven
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean,
because
yeah,
there's a lot of dialogue.
yeah, and there's the plot is is
It's there, but it's
whispering
not
in your
like,
ear.
yeah. Like, I feel like you learn of the plot from
The
the
characters.
characters,
Yeah, that's how Magnolia Parks is, but like
which I
more.
love. Yeah. Okay. Love triangles, yes or no?
Yes.
I'm also a yes. I love that we're in just in the same headspace.
I'm like looking at you like,
Yes.
yes.
I
Okay,
love
read.
love triangles.
Yeah, me too. Okay, read in silence or with background noise.
Mm, usually silence, but often I end up having background noise.
Yeah, same. I like can't read in silence.
No.
I have to put on a YouTube video if I'm in silence.
Really?
Yeah, I know. I'm a
I
psychopath.
like okay, but sometimes I'll like listen to music while I'm reading, but then I'll get like sidetracked or like a good song comes on and then I'm just like singing it and not reading. So
Right.
it kind
Yeah,
of
I
just
don't listen to
depends.
music.
Yeah, it just depends.
Okay,
Um,
this one's yours.
coffee or tea while reading? We already talked about this.
Yeah, we
But
can
matcha?
bye.
Is
Yeah,
matcha an
matcha
answer?
or water. I don't like
Yeah.
coffee or tea.
So neither.
So, yeah,
Yeah,
right.
I'm like
Okay,
matcha or tea.
yeah, matcha or water or
No
Coke.
coffee,
Love a
please.
good
No
Coke.
coffee. I also love that we're not coffee. Sorry, I love that we're not coffee drinkers because I feel like you can't find people like that often. And the fact that we
No,
both
that's so
don't
real.
drink coffee is kind of crazy.
No, because like when I said, "Do you want to get coffee?" Because that's just like how you ask
Right, that's
people to
just
like
what
hang
you. I
out.
was like,
And then we
matcha?
both ordered matcha.
You're like, oh, we're the same?
I was like, okay,
Did
so
we
we're gonna
just
be best
become
friends
best
forever.
friends?
Yes, we did. Okay, cliffhanger ending or a neatly wrapped up ending.
Cliffhanger. As much as I hate
Yeah,
it, a cliffhanger.
yeah, me too.
It just makes
Not
it
at the end of a
so much
series
more
though.
like I feel like when there's a cliffhanger, I'm like, oh shoot, that was a good book.
Yeah,
Like it
literally.
left me wanting more. That was a good book.
Right.
Hardcover with the dust jacket on or off.
Off.
I usually just keep mine on. I don't think it really bugs me. Like I never think about it.
Oh. How?
Also, depending on the book, sometimes my hands feel weird with it off. I don't know why. Like sometimes
Oh,
the book like gives
that's
me
weird.
like chalk on a chalkboard. Like sometimes or nails on
Oh,
a chalkboard. What's that thing that
that's what
everybody
she meant to
says?
say. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I meant.
that's
Not
funny.
chalk. I don't know.
Oh.
Sometimes I did that with Onyx Storm and I felt like my fingers felt weird holding it without a
Oh. Well,
dust
that book
jacket.
also was just like weird. That book, like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of
It was printed
issues with
very
that printing.
yeah.
Whatever. Okay, what's your favorite reading snack?
Mmm. Cheez-Its?
Cheese
I don't
Mine's
know.
goldfish. But whole grain goldfish.
No,
Specifically whole
literally,
grain.
it's whole grain. I don't think
Yeah,
I've ever had that.
they're so good. They're the kind my grandma has at her house.
I used to eat
So,
like the colorful ones when I was a kid, the like
yeah, me
rainbow
too. I like those.
goldfish. No, I think usually it's goldfish or Cheez-Its for me too.
Oh. See, we
It's
are just
just
the same.
whatever I have in the house usually.
Yeah, whatever snacking food.
Yeah.
I do like popcorn too.
Oh, yeah, I love a good popcorn. Borrow books or buy books?
Buying them. Sorry.
Unfortunately, buy.
Yeah.
I can't borrow books.
Okay.
I like to have my own. I like to put them on my shelf.
I know, they're trophies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, last one.
Woohoo.
Villains you love or heroes you root for. What does this mean?
It's like, do you like characters that are villains, but
Oh,
like
okay.
the author makes you love them? Or a hero, just like a hero of the story, so not a villain? Like, which type of
Oh,
character do you prefer?
oh, okay, I see. I like I was reading that and my brain was like, what?
No, same.
Okay.
It's totally fine. I would say villain
Yeah, me too.
because it always just
Obviously.
ends up being my favorite books are the ones that are villain to lover
Yeah.
or like enemies to
Recent,
lovers.
hello?
Duh. I mean, it's like half the books we read, but
Yeah,
sometimes they're not
perfect.
fully villains, but they have that villain aspect, villain feeling to
Yeah,
them.
I mean, if they do, they're just 10 times better.
Yeah, exactly.
Automatically. Like,
No, I agree.
literally, they go from here to here
The tension
so
is just
fast.
there with the villains. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, last thing for our first episode. You
Woohoo!
guys thought we'd never end.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do a little would you rather, um, with some mostly mainstream, if not all
Yes.
mainstream,
Just
like
books that we love
books that we really love. I think it's
and
just
have
from
both
three
read.
books. So yeah, one day we'll get to do Magnolia Parks.
Thank
Would you rather?
goodness.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I need to read that so we can talk about it on the pod.
yeah, and every day because I
Yes.
think about it every day of my life.
Yes.
I mean, I'm literally wearing my shirt from
Oh
it.
my
So
gosh, I didn't even realize that.
yeah, it's from Magnolia
Uh,
Parks.
she's wearing her Magnolia
Okay,
Park sweatshirt.
okay, I can go first with this
Okay.
one. Abby, would you rather go to the Starfall celebration or the Winter Solstice gift exchange?
Um, I feel like the Starfall because that's just so cool.
Yeah,
Winter Solstice gift exchange would be fun though, because you would be with like the whole crew. But
yeah, I was gonna say that one.
I think I'm just gonna go with
Starfall is
Starfall
just
though.
fire.
Yeah. And they were like
The significance
dancing
is
and
so good.
partying at Starfall, and so I'll
Yeah,
kind of get that feeling too with the group.
yeah, I'll say the
Um,
Winter Solstice.
yeah.
That's what came in my head first.
Yeah. Okay, would you rather spend a day training with Cassian or exploring Valaris with Rhysand? This one's
I'm
pretty
gonna go with
easy.
oh,
Maybe
you're not
not.
gonna lie. I was gonna say Cassian.
No way. I was like I was like, "Oh, this is
You thought
definitely
we were on the same wave.
wow. Okay, explain."
Explain. I don't know. I like doing I like doing athletic and active things anyway, and I like
That's
him as a
true.
character.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'm going with Reese. So, next question.
so let's move on. Okay, would you rather be okay? Moving on to Fourth Wing. Okay, would you rather
Okay.
be a dragon rider in Basgiath or a scribe in the archives?
So, I'm afraid that if I was a dragon rider, I would not make it. So,
Okay, but that doesn't matter. So, which one would you rather do?
I would I would rather be a dragon rider probably, but I realistically would be a scribe.
Yeah, I mean, same.
I mean, like
But
none of us could actually live through that, but
okay, wait, we didn't put this on here, but was your what are they called in Divergent? Faction?
uh-huh.
What faction did you want to be in?
It's like the same thing. I think it would be cool to be in Dauntless, but realistically, I'd probably be in like Amity or something.
Amy's crazy.
I'd probably be in like one of those because I'm not smart enough to be in. Is it called Candor? Candor.
I think that's what it is. I don't know, I haven't read those in forever.
Yeah, I'm like I don't remember what they are.
I feel like I could
Um.
make it into Dauntless before I
mm.
could make it into Basgiath.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's so well. Yeah, yeah.
Except they have to like jump off that
Jump off the train.
building
Yeah, that's the only thing I was
or jump
thinking.
off the
Oh,
train. No, you
they
have
have
to
to.
jump on the train, jump off the building.
Right. You have to jump off the train to get in, which is like similar to Fourth Wing, except it's like way harder in Fourth Wing because you have to cross the parapet. But
Yeah.
also, it's like a foot long.
Yeah.
The
You mean wide.
yeah, wide. Sorry, a foot long would be crazy.
I was like, oh, so easy.
A foot wide. I'm like, okay, we could do that. I
Yeah,
mean, how hard
slight.
could that be?
We would fail.
Yeah, probably. I mean, somebody would probably
That's
push
okay.
me off.
I would push you off. Just kidding.
Yeah. Oh, you better not.
I would not. I
Uh,
would save you.
yeah, we'd be like, who was it at the beginning? Was it her and
Wasn't it
what is
Jack?
what is her best friend's name?
Oh, Imogen.
No, the other one.
Um,
Wow, it's horrible that I already forgot the names.
I don't
You
know. Couldn't tell
know,
you.
it's oh my gosh, her like best friend's name who they walk across the parapet together and she like gives her one of her shoes.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Oh my gosh, she's in the whole series and I if anybody wants to help us out, comment down below.
Yeah, send us help. We clearly don't know what we're talking about.
What is her name? That's gonna kill me. Okay, it's fine. We'll come back to that.
Yeah, circle back.
Would you rather be bonded to Taryn or Indarna?
I feel like I'd say Andarna. Sorry, Taryn.
I know it would be cool to be bonded with Taryn, but Probably Andarna too.
But like Taryn's old.
I know. I'm
And
always
Darna's young.
I was always thinking like what if he just dies in one of these books? Like he's
Just from like old age.
yeah. I mean,
That'd be
they
so anticlimactic.
yeah, I'm like he's basically a grandpa.
I know.
I mean, like how much longer does he have? Like how long do dragons actually live for? I don't know if they ever gave us that tidbit of information.
No clue. We could Google it, but okay, would you rather live in the world of Fourth Wing or Akatar?
Probably Akatar. It's safer
Yeah,
there.
same.
It's
It's
safer for
safer.
me.
It is.
I could live
Okay.
in their townhouse. That would just be a blast.
No, I want to live in the House of Wind.
Yeah.
The
Isn't that what it
townhouse.
is? Isn't it the same thing? Or no?
No.
Oh, wait,
The
no.
House of
That's not the
Wind
same
is up
thing.
on the mountain.
Townhouse is like where she was at before they brought her there. Okay, I'm
Hmm.
following. Would you rather be underestimated like Peyton or have everyone expect greatness like Kai? This is powerless. We just moved on to the next book.
Yeah, if you're not tracking with
For
us,
anyone
read
who
Powerless.
doesn't know,
Probably underestimated like pay.
I
I mean,
agree.
like, who wants to be, who wants to
No,
have high expectations on them?
right. And then you
No
can
one.
surprise everybody with your greatness
Exactly.
because they
I know.
underestimated you. Hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I guess this is kind of off of, this is just kind of a random one. Whatever.
Hmm.
Okay, would you rather be the quirky, lovable protagonist or the best friend who always steals the show?
I think I want to be the main character.
Yeah, same. Also, I don't want to steal the show. That's like
No.
rude.
I mean,
I
the
don't
best
like
friend
that.
is always like the funnier one,
I'm not funny.
but no, me either. I
Why do we have a
let's be the
podcast?
main characters. Why do we have a podcast?
We're not funny. No, we're funny.
We're funny
I think we are.
sometimes. I think so too. So
Yeah, great. Okay, as long as we think so,
yeah,
then it's fine.
it's fine.
Maybe
Would
someone
you
else will.
rather be trained by Finnick or Joanna?
Finnick.
Me too. I mean,
Duh.
that one's an easy one.
Especially movie Finnick.
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm.
Continuing with the theme of movie Finnick.
Mhm.
Would you rather be in the 74th Hunger Games with Katniss and Peeta or the third Quarter Quell?
Wait, you were gonna say the third quarter quell?
Yeah, I was.
Really? Wait.
You weren't?
Wait. Okay. No. Hold on. I was gonna say that as well. My brain got confused. Here's the thing. So, if we were in, I mean, this is just, I don't know if this is gonna be how it would happen, but anything can happen in our world. If we were in the
Right.
74th Hunger Games, technically, we know for a fact
We
that
would
Katniss
die.
and Peeta win.
This was literally my thought process on this. I'm not even kidding you.
Yeah, so we're gonna die. So if we
Yeah.
go into the third quarter quell, we can like stick around them, stick by Katniss. We don't want to be sticking by Peeta because they end up leaving him. Sad day. But
And
we
then
could
we
just
could
stick by
survive.
Katniss and Finnick, and then they would just take us up, and then we'd be a part of the rebellion. So
No, literally, that was my exact
yeah,
thought process.
it's
I'm
because
not
we have
even
the same
kidding you
brain.
when I read these. I'm so serious.
We have the same brain, so glad that we're doing that. I don't know if we would make it that far, but we would do
Surely
our
we would.
best. We would do our best. I feel like what would get me is the poisonous fog. I would like
Oh,
not be able to
facts.
run fast enough and then it would get me. Like I feel like that's what would happen.
Well,
I don't know. We'll never know.
me
Thank
too.
goodness.
Those
I
books
think
scare me too.
I know.
Anything dystopian is like,
Also, the Catching Fire movie, they did so good on the visuals in that movie. I think I was terrified the
oh, I
first time I
know.
saw it. Or the Mutts in Mockingjay Part 2. Ugh,
So
so
I don't,
scary.
I can't watch it. I
They're
have to
so
skip it.
scary.
I literally have to skip it.
I told Kate I was reading that like right before bed and I went to sleep and I had nightmares because it was just in my head. Those mutts with the no eyes
So
and the
bad.
pointy teeth. Ugh. Well, on the Hunger Games note, our next podcast is going to be all about the Hunger Games. We're doing a deep dive into the books. We both just read the first 3 books. Did you end up reading Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes?
I have it on audio, so
Yeah. Okay, so
I'll
basically
probably
yes.
listen to it.
Yeah.
So
So
basically,
so reading with your ears.
so we are 97% qualified. to talk
Yes.
about this.
Yes. That is
Yeah.
so exciting. I am very excited for that episode. That is just going to be so much fun. So that'll be our next episode, episode 2. And if you forgot already, we are reading the next Hunger Games book, Sunrise on the Reaping. I almost forgot the name.
I know, I literally the same.
I was like, what is it?
It
And
comes
it
out
comes out
March
in March.
17th.
Yep, March 17th. So grab your
2
book if
weeks
you want to
from
read with us.
today.
Last but not
Yay.
least, our Instagram, just plugging it right now. It is
Yeah.
Beyond the Bookshelf Pod. And that's where you can get all the information, what we're reading. When an episode comes out, we'll post about it. And just follow us. It's a good time on there. So,
Yeah. We do fun stuff.
yeah. There's
Sometimes.
nothing there yet,
All
but
the
there will be. There will be
By
fun
the time
stuff.
this comes out, there will be at least
Yeah.
one post.
Yeah.
Maybe 2, maybe 3. You'll have to follow us to find out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Well,
man.
this was fun.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for this podcast.
I can't wait till our Hunger Games episode.
Yeah, it's
We
gonna
just
be
had
so
to film
fun.
this one to get it out of the
Mhm.
way so we could really just film that one. We're gonna peak.
Yeah,
We're gonna peak too soon, guys.
I know. So, how do we end these?
I don't know.
Bye.
The silence
Bye,
is
guys.
crazy. Wait, no, we should have figured out how we're gonna end this. I think we should leave this in. This is funny.
Yeah, this is very funny. So next episode we'll have an actual outro, but cue the music.
Yeah. Yeah. Cue the music. We'll see you next time.